Oh man, you know what time it is? It's time to get ready for the main event, people. Are you excited? Band, will you get some rock and roll going in this joint to get these people fired up? Because I want this place at a fever pitch.
Yeah, here's the deal, guys. They don't come out until we are showing them love like we know we can do.
Let's do this, Robbie, boys.
So let's warm it up.
What's up, Pittcon? I'm going to go on record as saying that was the best Jared and Jensen entrance of all time.
I'm paying for it,
Oh, Daddy did a lap earlier.
That was a little further than I thought.
I did a lap earlier. I had to take a knee.
Also, when you're singing at the same time,
Yeah.
it's really hard.
We started running and I'm like, where's Rob? And then it was like a collision course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm going to make this official. Pittsburgh, Jensen and Jared Padalecki. So the boys, big venue.
Yeah.
New town.
Yeah.
Have you, what do you, I mean, like, this is like, you could land an airplane in this joint. This is sizable.
I thought this was an airplane hangar. It's like,
Yeah, it's a large one.
Hi, guys.
It's almost as big as your trailer.
It's not that big.
It's not that big.
Who's first time? Welcome.
Put your hand down. I've been here before.
Welcome to the family. Sorry it took us so long to get here. Love you back.
You guys are slowly creeping off, so I'll just, Richard Spade, Rob Benedict, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, guys.
Whoa.
Okay. Good taste, right there. That's what that is. Don't be bringing the hair out. Just be.
Hair's out. I consider the hair wrong.
Great. Well, it is a pleasure to be back in Pittsburgh. I had the fortunate opportunity of being here for a few months back in 09. 08. I think it was 09.
It was 08. It was 08.
See, I think it was 08 too. However, I was here with the Pens won the cup, and that was 09. I understand your logic.
It was the same time I shot.
Then the sports almanacs are wrong.
The almanacs are wrong. Here's my logic. My logic is it was the same hiatus I did Friday the 13th.
Yes.
I hadn't met Genevieve yet, and I met her in July of 08, and went first date October of 08. I didn't mean to really drop it, but
I think you've got that wrong, and I'm going to call your wife and get the dates right for you. What's that? That's why we can't. That's why we don't have nice things at all. That's right. I feel like I'm sitting very close to you.
sorry. So we
Crowd me. "11 years with this crowd."
years.
All right. So what?
Y'all are.
So when I was here in 09, when the Pens won the cup, had a great time. Beautiful city. Glad to be back.
Are you looking at the Mayan calendar?
No, Nostradamus, I'm not.
Is there an exchange rate or something?
Yes. Yes.
09 before Brexit is
Right.
08. So
I'll say happy 200th anniversary. Jared will say happy 190th anniversary.
No, I'll say 200. I heard the fireworks last night.
So, yeah.
Y'all are our, sorry I sound very loud. Y'all are our final stop before season 12. So thank you. Our first day of filming is Tuesday. So tomorrow this comes off.
And this comes off. Yeah, yeah. New look for Sam Winchester this year. Shaved head.
But interestingly, for Jensen, this comes off and this comes off.
And then Dean's shirt goes back on. That's how that works. It's called a costume change.
There's nowhere I'd rather be than here with you guys. So, thank you. Love you back. We get up here and chat too much sometimes, so we're going to start getting the questions so that people who've been standing up can ask their questions. Are we lined up on both sides? I see huge lights. Both sides? All right. Let's go over here. I imagine there's a human being over there. Oh, look at that right there.
Hello.
Duh.
I'm like, should I go stand back there? Or
That's perfect.
Thank you. So my question is actually for both of you. I actually just started running this year, and so I run my first 5K next week. And I'm looking for new songs for my run playlist. What do you guys listen to when you work out?
Ooh, so she's, for those who didn't hear, she is a newfound runner looking for a new running song for her playlist. The most recent running song that I added to my playlist was a song that my sons learned in camp, and they like to sing and clap along, and it's called Clap Hands by Fits in the Tantrums, or Hand Clap or something. I can make your hands clap, like, and they want to clap it. But it's kind of peppy. So Fits in the Tantrums, the clap. You know what I'm talking about. Fits in the Tantrums, hands clap, clap hands, clap your hands.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Are you gonna pull it up? Shh. Thank you. I listen to I'm a subscriber to the old Apple Music, and I basically just go with like either random lists, like they kind of compile their own like workout list. That's fun, and if I get tired of something, I'll just switch to a different one. But it's mainly Barbra Streisand. And like a little Burt Bacharach, but you know, that's just if I'm really needing to give like that extra push. So yeah, those two I would highly recommend.
Thank you.
They have hand clapping songs too.
They also have to clap. Thank you very much.
Really burn them calories too. Hi.
Hi. By the way, Jared, Jensen's my favorite. I'm sorry.
That's all right. He's my favorite too.
You're hot tonight, I hear you. My question for both of you is, what is on your bucket list? Like when you're done, ready to retire?
Jensen, I think she said you're her favorite.
Bucket list for like before
you kick the bucket.
Before I die?
Yes, before you kick the bucket.
Or before the show ends? Like, are you talking about like me personally, or what I like to do on the show?
After the show ends and before you die, is there anything?
Before and after the show, after all, yes, okay.
It's a bucket list.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know if it was like the show's bucket list, like what do you hope Dean does before the show's over?
Kind of
or is it like, what do I want to do before I die?
She just wants to know your list of favorite buckets. Steel.
Oh, I misunderstood the question then.
Okay, before you die, is there
Rubbermaid
anything
makes a good bucket. They're solid Tupperware. You know, if you can get a good stainless steel, they generally hold pretty well.
I used to sell it.
Jared?
So, on my bucket list is to usurp Jensen as your favorite.
All right.
Somebody give him a bucket he can kick, because that ain't gonna happen. You know, there are things that I would like to do that I think I probably won't do. You know, like throw on one of those squirrel suits. and go,
There's a squirrel suit here,
base
actually.
jumping. And
Where is it?
What?
Where's the squirrel suit that was here? Is it here? Dang it! The squirrel, the big squirrel outfit.
They got their photo. They're like, all right, we're good. We're going to the game. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to do. I've done a lot of traveling, but I'd like to do more traveling that isn't involved with work. That's certainly one thing.
Yeah, I think kind of on the same vein as squirrel suit. I've never moose suit. I just gallop through the woods, running into trees. I'd like to skydive. I've never skydived it. I've never been skydiving. Skydive. I've never skydived. There are a lot of things. So for our honeymoon, after meeting in '08 during the filming of My Bloody Valentine, we hiked Machu Picchu, and I really enjoyed it. And we almost went hiking in Kilimanjaro, but my wife got pregnant. There's like a lot of groans in the audience. So I think I'd like to hike Kilimanjaro and hopefully make it to Everest Base Camp. Do some outdoorsy excursion.
Thank you.
Hi guys. I was just wondering, because you guys are some of the only people that I can actually watch eat on TV, because you guys managed to do it adorably.
Because of what?
You guys eat adorably. And so I was wondering, has there ever been any times like you guys had like a mouthful of food and just something happened where you either like laughed and spit it out or choked on it or something like that?
A really interesting question.
Yeah. Did you see the season? It was the season 10 or season 9 gag reel where we put water in our mouth? So one of the gag reels, one of our actresses was doing a scene, and she started talking, and like a big gob of spittle kind of like came out, and so she drooled.
She was in a scene with Sam and Dean. She drooled.
So it wasn't her fault.
Thank you.
So before when they came around to our coverage, we both put water in our mouth, and then when they called action, we just sat there. And finally, when they started trying to talk, we just went, but that was on purpose. Oh yeah, but there are plenty of times I've shot water through my nose because I was laughing or something.
There's a scene in Brianna's first episode where Dean finds the powdered donuts. So you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain. In the police offices there, and so I could tell that Brianna had rather.
You just did a Christopher Walken. You're like, I could tell.
Brianna. She had a knack for comedy, and so I thought, all right, well, she's probably tough to break, as far as like breaking character, and she is. She's very tough. She can hold it together pretty well. And I just thought, well, if I get enough of this donut in my mouth to where when I speak, it's just a plume of powdered sugar, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break her. And it took a lot more donut than I had anticipated. To where by like the third take, I was just putting the entire donut into my mouth. And mind you, this is like the third take, and what happens when you put that much sugar into your mouth, your mouth starts to like swell. Like my tongue was couldn't speak for like 30 minutes. But I got her.
She's like, it's too much.
Yeah. And so she just stopped, and she's like, it's too much. I can't work like this. It was a very proud moment for me. And then I promptly threw up in the bucket. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Spit bucket. That's my favorite bucket. There it is. Hi.
Hello. My name is Abby, and my question is, at the end of the 11th season, Dean sees Mary, and the last time we saw Mary as Mary,
back in season 1 when she was haunting Sam and Dean's house. So I was wondering what the two of you would like to see in Mary's relationship with Sam and Dean, as adults rather than children.
That's funny. We had a meeting with Andrew Dabb, our new showrunner, and Bob Singer, and we talked about the same thing. And I think what they said is last year, season 11, was so big. You know, we had God, we had Lucifer, we had the darkness, who becomes Mara, God's sister. And so one of the things that we've noticed that fans really like is the relationship between Sam and Dean, and when they're on the same side. So I think this year, at least in the beginning, I think this year we're going to explore a lot of what makes the boys tick. You know, you see, and it's funny, you see some people from your past and you're like, oh my gosh, seeing you, I remember where I was in my life when that happened, and I've grown a lot, but this might explain a lot. So we're going to kind of get into a more, I don't want to say emotional, but more getting into the minds of the boys, because you finally see them with their parenting, you know? So I think we'll learn a lot about who Sam and Dean are and who Sam and Dean thought they wanted to be. Maybe more Dean than Sam, because Sam didn't know his mom. But I think it's pretty cool. And Samantha Smith is amazing, so.
Yeah, ditto.
Thank you.
Thanks, Terry.
Hi, my name's Callie, Pittsburgh. I made these for the...
That's pretty cool. That's my favorite terrible towel I've ever seen.
Thanks.
That's not so terrible, Tom.
My question is, for both of you, what were some of your favorite episodes that you've filmed so far?
Favorite episode so far?
To film or to watch?
To act in.
Okay.
I would say as of most recent, it was Baby. For a few reasons. One is that we've never shot a show like that before, and in over 200 episodes to find something like a new way of doing what we've been doing for so long and do it, in my opinion, very well. And I think that show was a success. I was super proud of that. It was.
They are just always in sync.
You say you were super proud. Were you also naturally proud?
I mean, naturally I was proud. Naturally I was super proud. I mean, I was supernaturally proud. That was it was a really fun script. I think Rob did a great job writing it. I think that the guest cast that we had did a great job. The fact that our crew and our camera technicians especially to get thrown that massive of a curveball in season 11 and still knock it out of the park, I thought was just really great. And it was super cool for he and I to like sit in the car out on the road with no crew around us at all. We were having to like turn the cameras on and mark it with the slate and do all of that stuff, and then we would just cruise on down the road, he and I doing a scene together with nobody around us actually driving the car, and that was just an experience that we haven't really done much of, and that was really cool. So that was certainly, I mean, there's other episodes that really kind of are highlights in my head, but that one certainly most recently.
Yeah, I agree totally. I remember being so nervous during the filming of the French Mistake. And it turned out funny. It makes me laugh. But I've never filmed a sitcom. But a sitcom, you have an audience. They'll laugh and do something funny. So when you're doing a show like ours that's an hour long and it's supposed to be funny, but no one is laughing because they're not allowed to laugh because they're making noise, you have to go again. You're like, you do something and you're like, well, that sucked because no one's laughing. And so you're just like, well, God, am I ruining this? Am I not being funny? It turned out really funny. And then I really liked this stuff. I really liked playing Soul with Sam. It was a fun sort of departure. And there were so many in between. I liked some of the stuff with that Ruby chick.
Dance.
It was. What was your favorite?
Fan fiction and
Fan fiction?
Mistake were definitely two of my favorites.
Awesome. Two great ones. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, 200, of course. Yeah.
What are you asking me for?
I don't know.
I don't either.
You were right there.
Yeah, but I don't know those people.
You're closest.
It's one giant episode that's lasted for 11 years. Hi. 12. Sorry, we're fighting.
That's cool.
Usually that's about the time that one of the crew members goes, I hate it when they fight.
I don't want to interrupt.
Hi.
Alright. Hi, my name's Maggie, and I'm kind of sorry for what I'm going to ask you, but
We can't hear you. Do you guys not have that problem?
Can y'all hear well?
yeah.
Yeah, because all the sound's going that way, and so we're getting the bounce off of that wall.
I'm
Are
very
these
quiet.
monitors on? Say something again.
My name's Maggie. I'm awkward.
You're awkward?
Yes.
Popcorn. Did you say popcorn?
What's your question, Maggie?
I was wondering if you guys could choose a stripper name, what would it be? And if you have any signature dance moves.
I had to get him to walk over for that one. The old stripper name question.
Do you have an idea?
What?
Cher.
Yours is going to be Cher? Mine was going to be... Everything's bigger in Texas. The best part is, I'm realizing in hindsight that she said, show us your moves. I thought she yelled, show us your moves.
Well, apparently everything isn't bigger in Texas.
What just happened?
What would yours be? What would yours be?
Oh God.
That's a good one. Gentlemen, put your hands together. Welcome to the main stage. Oh no!
Well, you can do the name of your first pet and the up on, and mine is puts.
What?
It's puss puss broad view. Puss puss broad view.
That's even better than I thought it was going to be. Puss puss broad view.
Oh, you want to go with that old formula? Well, in that case, not a word of a lie. Mine would be pudgy midway.
Okay. Mine would be Bootsy Lark Lair.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Taylor. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you for everything you do. And my question is, what is your favorite audition story?
Audition story? Here's a great audition story. For all of you actors, thespians out there, and non-thespians alike. I went to
Here's just a story for you.
Have a seat, grab a blanket, and some popcorn. I had an audition. I was doing Gilmore Girls. I was probably on the original Dean. And I was auditioning for, I don't remember which one it was, but it was a Mandy Moore movie. And nothing against Mandy Moore. And I want to say it was at Universal City. I don't know if you remember the same thing. And during the audition, so first off, the casting director was, 10, 15 minutes late. Didn't kind of say like, hey, sorry, I was a little loud, just walking. Okay, Jared? I was like, yeah, Pat, I'll let you out. And I go in, and she proceeds to, what's that? Oh, nice. So she proceeds to eat. So she has her sides, and I'm like, Jennifer, but you can't leave me because I love you so much, or whatever the lines were. I'm sure it was real.
That's some of the finest performing I've ever seen.
I've been practicing this summer. And so it's some like cheesy love scene, or whatever, romantic scene. And she's eating while reading her lines, and she's like, oh, Jonathan, well, I really have to go. And I was like, no, and she's eating, and a phone rings in the room that we're auditioning. The phone rings, and I sort of stop the audition and go like, I kind of looking from her to the phone, like, are you gonna answer that or something? And she goes like this. She stands up, and she goes, yeah, go on. And goes and answers the phone and is like, hey, I'm like, no, Jonathan, don't leave me. I'm in an audition right now. I feel the sirens calling. Yeah, I'll call you right back. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, okay, I'll call you right back. And then continues her lines, and I'm like, this is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. Scene finishes, and I was like, do you want to do it again because the phone is up? And she's like, no, that was great. Nice to meet you. And I was like, I wish I could say the same, but it was not very nice to meet you. Needless to say, I did not get the role. Jensen.
I had an audition for a very, very big movie.
Gilmore Girls?
No. And it's one of the biggest casting directors in Hollywood. So I wanted to, And so I wanted to really, really nail it. And I studied the material, and I had it backwards and forwards, and I knew what I wanted to do. And I was like, I can totally get this. I gotta nail it. So I really worked hard. I was all ready to go. Went to the casting office, was waiting there, was getting myself pumped up, was seeing a lot of familiar faces of people that had a lot more experience than I did. Didn't let it bother me. I was just like, nope, I got this. finally they called me in. I walked in a big, giant office, and there she sat behind her desk. She kind of quickly looked up from her glasses, gave me literally an up and a down, and then goes, "Have a seat." And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." So I sat down. And I was like, "I'm gonna nail this. I got this. Ready to go. Here we go." And she goes, "So," puts her glasses down, puts the script down, and she goes, "What are your thoughts on the AIDS epidemic in Africa?" Huh? Is there new scenes? She's like, "No, I'm asking you." I was like, "Hey, it's awful." And she's like, "Okay, whenever you're ready." And I was like, I didn't get that role. So I guess the moral of the story is be prepared for everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
I have an audition with the same lady. My audition, short story. Audition was say 1 p.m. and they catty-walk with something, noon, 12:30, 1, 1:30, 2, 2:30. I got there at 1. People were there whose auditions were at 11 a.m. She hadn't showed up yet. At 2 or 2:30, they're now, it's like the 11 o'clock guy, 11:30, 12, 12:30, 1, 1:30. Finally, 2 o'clock, the assistant comes out and goes, "Hey, it's not going to make it today." I was like, What? Yeah, she's a real treat.
Or when they send you like 15 pages of dialogue that's like broken up into 3 different scenes, and you just study your butt off and memorize everything, because a lot of times casting directors don't want to see somebody walk in and have your head buried in a page. So you try to memorize as good as you can, and you get there and you got like all 15 pages memorized. You just got it, you stayed up all night doing it, and they're like, "We're just gonna do the first scene." It's like, no, sorry. I spent my time memorizing this crap that you call a script. You're gonna sit there and listen to me say it to you. I've never said that.
I was going to say, it doesn't turn out as well as y'all would think when you say that.
Hi, I'm Kelly. My question is, this year with Misha playing Lucifer instead of Castiel, how did that change things for you guys?
I never knew he could act.
Yeah, it was really shocking, actually, like to see him do something, you know?
That wasn't just Misha.
Right, and weird.
Misha, I said Misha.
Yeah, that's true, yeah, it's kind of
honestly, it was awesome. I've been in those same shoes to a degree, and I was, and I think I told the story the first time. There was a scene where Cassifer, as we called him, that's what it was written in the script. It said Cassifer, Cassifr. And there's the scene where Cassifer is trying to figure out how to get Dean back from the submarine, and he realizes he doesn't need to. And Sam realizes that Cassifer is actually Lucifer in Cass's body. That was my first scene with Misha as Castiel as Lucifer. And we shot that scene, and I didn't once mess with him. The whole entire shooting of that scene, I didn't mess with him. And at the end of the day, I was like, "Great job, man." And he was like, "Really? Because you're kind of throwing me off because you weren't fucking with me." Freak me.
Family show.
But he's like, because you weren't picking on me, I thought maybe I was messing up or something. And I was like, "No, I wasn't picking on you because you were really doing a really good job." So, and he was like,
"You didn't want to mess it up."
And he's like, "But you pick up me every single other day I've been here. What are you trying to tell me?" I was like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Yeah, I did not envy his position this past season. Trying to do anything after someone like Mark Pellegrino plays a role and it kind of sets that tone is never something I would want to be a part of. So the fact that he was even willing and capable of doing so was, I think, speaks volumes to his talent. I'll never tell him that.
And y'all better not either.
But Jared and I were both we were both impressed and proud. So.
Thank you.
Is there anything in these 11 years that Sam and Dean have done that you don't think rings true to the character? And what have you done in those situations?
Just, I call the writers and say like, okay, so her name is Amelia, okay, and Sam is looking for his brother. Why? We got through it. Yeah, you know what? That was kind of, I was just being cheeky. But there are times when my vision of Sam isn't necessarily what the writer's vision is. And I try to think of it at this point like this. There are situations that Jared is going to be in that, you know, if you ask me right now, hey, do you ever think you'll encounter blah, blah, blah? Or be in a situation where you have to make blah, blah, blah choice. Or where you do something and you make a mistake. Or you do something and you make several mistakes. I'd be like, no, why would I do that? And then you end up in that position and you're like, oh my God. Okay, I didn't see this coming. How do I move on? How do I get to the next step? And so that's one of the really nerve-wracking things about acting. You don't guide the story. But one of the really cool, you just have to, trust who you're with. I'm convinced that I can be honest to Sam no matter the situation. So when something happens and I don't necessarily love it, I just try to think of, you know what, Sam doesn't probably love it either. So make sure Sam shows that or feels that or, act that. So I just try to make sure that no matter the situation, and it happens often where I'm like, oh man, I wouldn't want to do this, but all right, Sam's going to make a decision that is not textbook Sam, but it's still a facet of his personality. And kind of go from there. Because humans, we as humans end up in that position. You're like, I never thought, well, here I am. Okay, what do I do? And so I try to kind of like weave them into the fabric of Sam.
There's really never been anything, because the writers wouldn't do that to Dean. They hold him too high of a regard to really ever.
Why didn't he have that hammer? Why didn't he use a knife or something?
For those of you who don't know the hammer story, look it up. Very similar to Jared. We've actually, he and I have had to sit down and I'll give you a little anecdote here. There are many times when lines themselves just don't sound like something that the character would say. And we have many times just been like, that's a Sam line. And he's like, all right, I'll take it. Over to me, that's a Dean line. I'm like, I got it. Okay, we'll just
many times
flip lines. There was one scene, like almost the entire scene.
Yes!
Where I'm not kidding, an entire scene between Sam and Dean, where we just simply said, it's as though they got the names on the script wrong. And we didn't ask for permission. We literally, because still giving the audience all the same information that the scene was written for, we flipped every line. Like literally, we just scratched out Sam and put Dean, and scratched out Dean and put Sam for the entire scene. And it actually read so much better.
That is an absolutely true story. It was one of the later ones. It was one of the later ones in 11.
Yeah, it was recent.
With Cass or with Rob or something.
Yeah, and it was, I just remember, as we just kept reading, it was like, this is, what if we just flipped every line?
Yeah.
And we read it that way, we're like, yep, done.
And it was almost comical. It was like, I think so. Possible. It was in the middle. I forget, but I think like the lines were so obviously the other person's lines. Like Dean had a line that was like, "Do you like my long hair?" And Sam had a line that was like, "Shut up, little brother." Or like, it was almost like they're playing a trick on us. Like, haha, where's Ashton? We're getting bunked. It was a weird, like.
Nobody remembers that show. Yeah, so there you go.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi. So we wanted to know if you could change one thing about any season, what would it be, and how do you think it would affect current seasons?
First things first, I want to know who we is, because I only see one person.
We is my friend in the audience.
Where's friend in the audience?
My friend in the audience.
Thank you for the question. You get to sit down and get all nice and cozy. You send your friend over to stand up. You're like Dean. I'm just gonna, Sammy, you take this. Blow it up.
Man. I would.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie, Jimbo, Genevieve.
I think, those wouldn't really change, like, the current seasons, you know, it wouldn't change the storyline. Like, talking like a pivotal moment, right? Charlie, now she'd just be part of the team still. Well, I think one in particular is not killing Kane, which technically we didn't see. So that actually has potential to be true. But no, not spoiler alert, because I'm making this up. And I don't write the show. Trust me, if I did write the show, Tim would be back, and
he doesn't write the
Alicia
show
would be back. Yeah, I haven't read a script in 5 years. I just show up and have people say my lines to me off camera, and then I just quickly repeat them.
Sam, we gotta go to the store.
We gotta go to the store.
I'm driving. Where's the milk?
Yeah, there's a few. It really, I think a lot of times he and I think about who would we like to have back as part of the team. And there are those, you know, like Bobby or Charlie or Benny.
Ruby.
So anyway, yes, thank you. Kevin.
Thank you. And thank you too, Frank.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Cass, and first of all, I want to say I'm sorry for screaming Crowry.
Crowry.
And I just wanted to ask if you guys had like an embarrassing or really funny story about when your kids were together or separate if you don't have one.
Oh yeah, where do we start?
I have a very sweet story. So our kids go to the same preschool. And Tom is a year older than JJ. So I guess there was some time where the 2-year-olds and the 3-year-olds, or 3 and 4, however old they were at the time, they were all playing in the playground at the same time. Like classes go, it's like, hey, this class goes to the playground. They come in at these 2 classes. And Jay Bird's class and Tom's class ended up in the playground at the same time. And Tom and JJ are friends. And so JJ started to like play with Tom as opposed to going to her class. And I think one of the kids in Tom's class was like, you can't play with us, you're little. And so she got really sad and started crying and walked away. And so Tom just went and played with her and left his class behind.
I've now taught her to just throw a left hook.
Sure you do how.
It's not a story, but yesterday, was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. I was driving, I was taking JJ to gymnastics class. And it was Friday, idiot. And she asked if Tom and Shep were going to be there. I'm like, no, honey, this is gymnastics class. We're not going to school. And I'm like, do you miss Tom and Sheppy? She's like, yeah, and Quiet, who another one of our friends has a little boy named Wyatt, and she calls him Quiet. And I'm like, do you like Tom and Sheppy and Quiet? And she's like, yeah, they're my boys.
The proper
That was pretty
response, the proper response when your child says they miss Quiet is to go, I miss Quiet too. But then you came around and your little friends.
It's just noise. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi there.
I was wondering what was the scene you felt most emotionally connected with your character?
For me, it's really easy. It's Sacrifice. That's season 8 finale. What's Salvation? Was Salvation an episode or making stuff up?
Yeah, a long time ago.
First season.
Correct.
We're supposed to sit connected to.
Yellow Fever.
Yes. So
That is, I must admit,
there was an emotional commitment.
That is my
there was an emotional commitment.
That is my favorite supernatural tattoo I've ever seen.
Is my face doing the scaredy cat? It's a good one.
It's like,
gosh.
So it was scary.
It was scary. There was, I wasn't necessarily personally drawing from any of my personal experiences, but the scene with when Dean was talking to Chuck for the first time, that took on a whole different tone from the way it was originally written, and there was something about talking to him instead of like somebody who, as like another hunter or somebody that he's angry with for having not been around when people needed him or whatnot. And it was more about a son who was talking to a father who abandoned him. And when I looked at it like that, it just hit a chord within me and really struck me and got me emotional. And I think Rob could probably attest to this, that even when the cameras weren't on me, there was still emotion just pouring out that I couldn't stop, because there was something about that scene and about what the subject matter was that just really, because I think about my own, myself, and my father's an amazing father, and he's lucky as hell to have him. But I guess I think about those that maybe don't have that, and I think about if something were ever to happen to me, that I couldn't be that for my daughter. And so I think a multitude of those things kind of really connected me emotionally to that particular scene. So yeah, sometimes it happens, you don't even think it's going to happen, but boom, emotion. Thanks. Hi.
Hi. So Jensen, a while back at a convention, Catherine mentioned that she showed you what memes are, and she said that she showed you how to make them. And I have a friend who really wants to know how you make them.
She showed us both. We still don't understand.
I have no idea.
I sent a meme out today on the Twitter.
But there's like, a buddy of mine was showing me that there's apps that you can work, because like I have some friends who I'll send a text message or something, and it's like, boom, immediately there's a meme with like the perfect comeback and like the perfect saying or the whatever. How do you just have that? Where do you get this? There's an app for it. Of course there is. So, yes, Catherine showed Jared and I a few things with technology and social media and our smartphones. None of it sank in.
None of it stuck.
I'm not even sure I know that I'm pronouncing meme right.
That's right.
I called it a meme earlier.
Why is it called a meme? Huh?
Because of English? Like, why is it called meme? Because English.
Like the Brexit?
Oh, because it's okay.
So it's mem.
Because English, dork.
You mean because English is messed up?
Yes.
So there's not like a root or something?
It's not like a he's gonna try to break it down like to like Latin.
There was a joke in there somewhere. I'm trying to figure out what it was. But somebody busted out laughing.
Somebody has the joke. Yes, so I wish Jared and I are not as savvy as I think we would like. I don't even need to be. You know what? I'm fine. I don't need to know what a meme is. I don't even know how to make one. I'll write letters and send it snail mail. How about that? And I'll draw a little cartoon on it, and that is my emoji.
I will say this, I'll see pictures sometimes that I guess are memes or are going to become memes, and I'll be like, it would be funny if you said this, and I'm sure there's an app for it, but then I'll see what somebody else wrote as the caption, I'm like, yeah, they're funnier. It's a good thing I don't want to make a meme because someone's going to upstate me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, really?
SBN family, please welcome one of our own, Miss Madison. No pressure. There are a couple thousand people watching you, so don't mess up. No pressure.
I was wondering if there will ever be the possibility of Sam and Dean doing a case in West Virginia.
Never done one in West Virginia. Maybe they just got. Maybe everything's cool over there.
Have we ever done one in East Virginia?
I think they just call that Virginia.
A lot of people don't know where we're at anyway.
West Virginia.
Yeah. We don't even know where it's staying.
Hey, Jared.
Come on, don't do it. I don't know what you're gonna do, but do it.
Please.
Please do it.
Please do it.
I don't know what it was, but do it.
Please do it. I don't want to know.
Hey, Jensen, what's the capital of West Virginia?
That's what you're gonna say?
Yeah, that's what he was going to say. He's going to call me out. Does anybody here, no matter, does anybody here...
Did anybody on stage know the capital of West Virginia?
Give me 1 second.
You're just whispering shit. Louisiana?
Not Wheeling. It's not Wheeling. Wait.
You're the smart one. You got glasses on.
It is, Charleston? Ash?
Did you hear Borja?
Charleston.
I'm Borja, everybody. I'm Borja.
That is robotics.
Charleston, West Virginia.
That's robotics at work right there.
We programmed in all the cabins.
Yeah, hometown man right here. Just announcing.
Then Madison, I guess this is our answer. If you and the rest of our family here in the audience continue to support the show in the way y'all have, and we do another 241 episodes, then I'm sure we'll get to West Virginia at some point in time. Thank you, Madison.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us today on this beautiful Sunday. We love hanging out with y'all. We love hanging out with these guys. Thank you so much for making this possible for all of us. It is a great pleasure to be here with you today. And I think, just maybe, we'll be back here next year.
If y'all want. In the meantime, there's the squirrel suit. There's the squirrel suit, bucket list. Put it on!
Sometimes I wish I watched more of your panel. I have no idea what
You know what this is?
I missed this.
Well, take a good look, because you're in it at the next convention.
Oh! You know what? That actually be more comfortable than I'm currently wearing at karaoke.
The likeness is uncanny. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's Moose and Squirrel. Oh!
Moose and Squirrel! Moose and Squirrel!
Hey, Moose and Squirrel, put on that pole and climb back down the aisle. That's awesome. Well done.
Well done.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with my fondest pleasure that I give you Jensen Ackles and Mr. Jared, panel 19.